Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Mega Farm Survival Challenge. I am, of course, Hugz, and this is Farming Simulator 25. Today's going to be a very action-packed day. We have a lot to do on some new fields that I recently purchased. I would like to get them all merged together, and I would like to get them all planted with soybean. So it's going to be a rather, big undertaking. The fields are not small, and we have a lot to do. So let's take a look here. On these fields, I have cotton planted on these fields currently. This one just got a good old pass with the herbicide, and the weeds are dead. As you can see, the same is going on over here. So I've got a worker taking care of that for me so that we can go handle some stuff on the other fields. So over there, first thing we are going to need to do, and I actually put quite a bit of thought into this. So initially, I had wanted to harvest the wheat and I think sorghum. There was also sorghum on those fields as well. I have changed my mind. Something I love to do in this series is change my mind. So I've decided, and this is mainly because of the states of the fields, they're not really going to get optimum yield, so it kind of makes no sense to wait a whole year to plant again. So we're going to go over there. We are basically going to plow everything over. We're going to connect every field, and then we're just going to plant fresh soybeans. We're going to make sure the land is 100% as good as it could possibly be. We're going to lay down a nice coat of lime. I might even get a little crazy, bring the roller over there. I don't know. This could be in the cards for today, but first stop is definitely going to have to be the plow. And can I get to my field from here? Ooh, boy, I don't think I can I? Nope, got to go this way. Okay, here's our beautiful fields over here on the left. Now, sorry people, just ran over a whole family of 3. Whoops, my bad.
Hey.
Now let's look quickly on the map here, and of course, game has to save right in the middle. Don't worry about it, game. Nothing important going on over here. Let's look at the land real quick. Where can we kind of expand this out to? So if I wanted to, I could get a teensy bit more acreage on these edges here, but last time I did that, I ran into a little bit of trouble, you know what I mean? So I think I may just leave the field edges where they are and just take care of these access roads right here in the middle and get rid of all those so that way we're nice and good to go there. I probably will also go through and round the corners as well, and then we'll just call that good and it'll be well taken care of. So where do we start? Let's see. I think the easiest thing for me to do, if I'm thinking about this, is probably going to be to go through in this direction and just get a nice straight field edge. So that way I'm not making any mistakes, and when I go through and just cover these lines in, I kind of know where to go. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead, unfold, beautiful. Let's allow field creation. This is always such a tense moment right here. You gotta make sure you do this right, man. You mess this up, you mess up everything. It's all over from there. Okay, let's just go nice and straight and beautiful. Oh, couldn't have asked for a better procedure there. Hopefully we can do the same thing here. And hold on, is it just me or those field edges not straight? What's going on here? Okay, I guess we'll make do. Let me go something like that. And for this one, since the edges weren't straight to begin with, I think I'm just going to go right till the end. So let's start slowing down a little bit here. I don't want to go too far. And one more right there. Okay, that's going to be good. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Next, I guess I want to go and do the same on this field here, although I think there's only one access road to take care of. So, all right, I'm going to take care of this side real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and start hitting the middles there.
Meanwhile.
Okay, well, I got myself in a little bit of trouble again here, guys. So I was going through here, and I messed up. I messed up. What can I say? I forgot that for some reason, I thought that was my land over there, too. Yeah, obviously it's not, because it stopped halfway through the street there and completely messed everything up over here. Man, I hate it when I do that. Okay, I'm gonna have to see if I can do a quick repair job on this. Oh man, this is so annoying. Let's go here. You know what? Just give me some grass texture like that, and then we'll see if we can't fix this. This is so dumb. So dumb. How did this is not the first time I've done this. This is my second time. You think I would have learned the first time, but nope, not me. Okay, let's get that a little bit bigger. All right, at least that wasn't like terribly hard to fix. Although that does look quite dumb there, doesn't it? Can I do anything with some plants, maybe? A little bit of meadow? Yeah, there we go. All right, we'll get this patched in here, and it's like nobody knows a thing, okay? You don't tell anybody, and I won't either.
Okay.
All right, nice little patch job there, and it's like it didn't even happen. See that? Oh, boy. Okay, well, I do now have to go through and be a little more careful this time in my emotions here, but I still do have to go through and finish this, so I'm going to get started with that. All right, guys, I'm thinking that looks pretty good right there. A little rough on some of these corners, but they're at weird angles. So it was a little bit hard to make the shape I really wanted to make. I'm just gonna have to live with it though. It'll be fine, right? I mean, this one's a little bit wonky over here, I'm not gonna lie. Oh boy, okay. Well, yeah, whatever. I still also do have to do something about this corner. This is not gonna fly right here. I need to like go with the plow right here and kind of cut off this whole corner. So I'm gonna go do that right now. But then once that is finished, I think I could just hire an AI worker and I am just gonna have him go through this thing and plow the whole thing over. And then there are a lot of stones, no big stones. So I think we don't have a ton to worry about there, but we definitely need to lime this field. And then once that's done, we can go ahead and run the seeder across here. So, all right, first things first, I got to take care of this corner though.
One eternity later.
All right, went through and did a little like S-shape pattern here. I think that should work pretty well. Let me just lift this guy up and then we can go drive the perimeter here. See how things worked out. Man, I took so much time to like fix the roads and stuff, and then I just had to go over this one anyway. So, oh, well, it is what it is. I think though, now I can go in here. We want to turn field creation off. And now if I hire somebody, he should go through and plow all this land. So it should pretty soon here look like one nice coherent field. Now, while he is doing that, I think what I'm going to do myself is just go around and check, see how the goat production's doing, check on the wool production as well, make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm just going to do like some general oh yeah, look at this. We got a lot of stuff over here to pick up. So I'm just going to go around, do some general maintenance. And then, yeah, when we're ready to do a little bit of planting, we'll come back and we'll take a look at that, see how that's going to work. All right, guys, the field is officially done. Let's check this thing out. We got a little bit of a bird's eye view here. And I'll tell you what, the AI didn't really have much problem going around these corners. So I'm very, very happy about that. And I would call this a nice new field. It's looking really good. I am pretty stoked about this. I can't wait to get some soybeans down here. So, all right, we need to get our seeder next. So let's hop over there. And I suppose it might be a good idea to move this guy off the field as well. And man, we are so far from our farm. I guess for now, I'll just like store this here. No, that's a bad idea, actually. I'm gonna go bring this all the way back to the farm. All right, so we got this dropped off. Now let's take a look here. Is this the tractor I actually want? Yes, it is indeed. Okay, where am I? Okay, we need this guy right here. Let's see. Are you full? You've got a decent amount of liquid fertilizer and you've got some seeds in you, but I feel like I may need a little bit more. Let's go ahead and hook up and just give it like a little perusal. See how the stats are doing on that thing and get any fill up if we need to. Oh yeah, look at that liquid fertilizer. We definitely need more of that, and it probably would not hurt to get a little bit of seeds as well. And actually, I think that this stuff right here is exactly what we need, is it not? Oh yeah, it is. Oh, what beautiful like positioning here, almost like I planned that out. So we'll grab the seeds from here, and look at that, man, we used almost none of that liquid fertilizer. Crazy, we've got so much of that stuff sitting right there. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get the seeds on this. Then we got to run this over to the field. I do also have to grab the other tractor and hook that up to our limer. Where's our limer? Got to put the lime in the coconut, if you know what I mean. That is our, oh yeah, there it is, right in there. So yeah, we'll hop over and switch tractors after we get this guy all set up. And then, yeah, we'll just go to town on the field. I feel like, should I do the liming first? Yeah, you know what? I think it doesn't really matter. As long as you get it down before things grow too much, should be absolutely fine. So, all right, over to our field we go.
A few inches later.
And a nice hop, skip, and a jump later, and we are here. Let's go ahead and make sure we change this on over to soybeans. Beautiful. I don't think we'll need to refill this guy at all once it starts going. So let me go ahead and hire a worker. You doing your little transformation there, buddy? Yeah, you are. Okay, perfect. Let's hop over to the other tractor now, and let's grab the limer. All right, this guy. Oh yeah, I forgot. I had him doing the weeds. So let's fold this guy up, and we'll let this fold as we drive over. Where am I? Let me think about this for a second. There's so many fields now. We've expanded so much across the map that I almost get lost every time we go somewhere new. But I do know where I am. And look at this hill. Wow. I almost forgot how crazy hilly this land is right here. All right, let's go get this back to the farm, back to our storage area, and let's swap this out for our limer. I think one thing we're definitely going to need to do at the end of this episode as well is just a nice little wash down of all of our equipment. Everything is very, very dirty. I think I've used almost every piece of equipment recently, and I have not washed a thing. So that is definitely something we need to take care of. All right, let's see if I can squeeze in here with no issues. I'm going to try and get it right next to the mower over here. Right there. Perfect. All right, let's hook up to the limer. And it looks almost full. I might not need to refill this at all. Did I must have filled it up before I put it in here last time. All right, well, we're good to go. So I'm going to go bring this over to the field. I don't think I can get both of these guys going at the... You know what? Maybe I can, actually. I'm going to try it. Why not? Let's try activating 2 AI workers on the field at the same time. Let's just see how it goes. If we, like, get lucky... Maybe they won't intersect paths at all, and if we don't, then what's the worst that could happen? We got to go in there and we got to like manually kind of change things and fix it as we go. So we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm looking here. So I'm just pulling up to the field, and it doesn't look like this guy's doing anything. What is the deal with that? That's very weird. It's like stuck? Huh. Let me get in this guy and just see what's going on here. There's no worker in there. Why aren't you working? You need to be working, dude. Okay, that's weird. I guess, I don't know, must have glitched out or something, but all right, I'm gonna leave this guy going here. Let's hop back into this guy, and I think what I'll do, just to try and get the best like chance of success here, is maybe we'll set this to start with the headlands, and work headlands, start headlands, like that. And this way, he'll only focus on that. And then hopefully by the time it's ready to start doing like the middle of the field, that guy will be on the headlands maybe? I don't know. At least that's how it's like planning out in my head. We'll see if it actually works in practice though.
2 hours later.
Okay, and immediately, second pass here. Come on, man. What the heck? I don't know why. But this, like... this worker decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to immediately beeline it into our seeder, and we're just going to get in the way of that thing. Like, that's my first course of action. What the heck, man? That's so weird. It's like, that's what I'm doing. And I'm doing it. You can't change my mind. Let me see if I activate this again. Are you going to, do a thing here now? Be a little smart? Maybe not, so stupid that I have to, babysit you all the time? Okay.
Daddy, chill.
Well, at least that guy's in the middle of the field now, so we don't have to worry about that too much. And let me see. You know what? Headlands. Work the headlands on. Start with headland. Okay. Hopefully this works. I mean, it looks like it's starting, but I mean, we started out great last time too, and then it did a complete U-turn and headed right for his buddy over here, so we'll see what happens on this try. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our field is completely finished. I went ahead and we got the lime put on the coconut. It's completely seeded. It's ready to go there. I even went through with the roller and I gave it a little bit of a roll. So that way we get that extra 5% boost plus all the rocks that are, a little bit of an issue over there. They kind of got pushed back into the ground. So we should be looking very good there. The next major event that we have coming up is actually going to be in July. So in July, we can go ahead and sell all of the soybeans that we planted and harvested in the previous year from one of our crappier fields. So we'll see how much we're going to get from that. And let me see. I'm just trying to think now. Is there anything else that I need to really take care of in the time being? We've got so much lettuce growing over here. This is insane. That's going to be a big one too. When is lettuce? Lettuce is in February, so we've got a little bit to go before lettuce. Yeah, I think we're at the point now where all I really need to do is focus on the little things, right? So if we take a look in ye olde greenhouse here, we could do with a bit of a top up on the water situation there. Everything, yeah, ooh, especially on these. Hang on. Oh, you know what? I bet the trailer was sitting next to this one. That's why it has a little bit more water than the rest. On the spinnery, we're looking pretty good over there. We've got it's chock full of wool. It's looking quite good indeed, actually. Dairy, ooh, dairy's getting a little bit low on the goat's milk there. Not liking that at all. Our new goat pen needs to start producing for us pretty quickly before we run out, that's for sure. And the tailor shop. Ooh, actually some good news in the tailor shop front. Our fabric has started to overflow a tad bit. So the spinnery with the cotton, everything working in there is doing its job, and we're definitely getting more fabric put over here. So that is very, very nice. But I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to top up the water over here. I'm going to make sure that we pick up all our products everywhere. Basically all the stuff that I do in betwixt all of the other things I do that is just kind of boring. And then once July rolls around, we'll go ahead and load up the old semi and see how much we can get for a nice big load of soybeans. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is July, and guess who spent the first couple months in their new house? Yeah, this guy right here, Hugz. It was interesting. The house creaks a little bit, but it's definitely an upgrade from what we got going on over in our main farm. But you know what's weird? Walter was staring in the windows. I don't know. This guy creeps me out a little bit over here. I kind of want you to go away, buddy. Any way I can get rid of you? Yeah. No. Just look that way for a second. Okay. Even when I go all the way. All right. He's so weird. I don't like having him there. But we do have a couple things we have to go and check on. So let's take a look here and see how we're doing. So, and oh boy, we got a lot of wool. That's actually very, very welcome. Goat pen, wish it was producing more. How's our productions doing? Dairy, oh, that's not good. We're out of goat milk. Okay, we need to remedy that ASAP. Spinnery, looking pretty good on the wool still, but we definitely have to make some pickups. Tailor shop, oh yeah, the fabric is still accruing, which is very, very nice. So yeah, first thing that we have to do, first order of business, is definitely go and do our pickups from our sheep and our goats. And then from there, then we're gonna go ahead and sell our load of soybeans, but we gotta take care of the minutia first. We got to do all the things that are necessary. So let's hop over to this guy. Yep, ye oldie truck. And let's go start doing our pickups. And I can already see the wool from here. Beautiful. It's such a sight. I love it. All right, let's just connect to the old trailer here. There we go. Okay. I don't know why that was so dramatic on my part, but I just felt it was necessary. Okay, let's go make our first pickup from our wool farm over here. All right, let's see here. Man, why is the one that has no wool in like the middle of two that does? That is a little bit weird, I think. All right, so there's our wool. We got 9,000 liters going on there. That's not too shabby. Over to the goat pens we go. All right, goats, how we looking over here? Still got a nice big stack of grass. That's what I like to see right there. Go ahead and give me all of your milk. Now let's see, how many goats do we actually have in here? I'm thinking, now that I got a little bit of money, I'm wondering if maybe I want to bump up the amount, or do I just want to let it like grow on its own? We only have 180, but out of that 180, half of them are 0 months old, and they ain't producing nothing. You know what? I think we're going to spend a little bit of money on goats here real quick, just to bump this up a little bit. So if we get 250, can't afford it. Okay, roger that. Let's not get 250 then. We could get, ooh, okay. How many is it? 162. We could, no, actually we can't. 161 we can afford though. That'll basically put us right on the precipice where we have, for our status, only having like a couple $100, that is no good. But we're going to be remedying that soon, so I don't feel bad about it. Let's go ahead and buy these goats. 161. That should supercharge our production there a little bit. And if we look, yeah, oh yeah, that's definitely going to like triple, maybe not triple, but double. I don't know. It'll do something for us where we're producing more goat's milk. But let's go ahead and, ooh, what's this here? A little bit of plowed field there. I must have missed that before. Let's go ahead and make our goat milk pickup though, because we do need the stuff. Oh, we did it already. Never mind. Yeah, we do need this stuff. So very important we get this put in our dairy because it is so low. So low, I don't like being there at all. So we got to remedy that ASAP. And dairy, here we come. It's Daddy Hugz to the rescue with a load of goat's milk. Bam, there we go. All right, next stop is going to be the spinnery with the wool we got. And then where did I put my trailer? We're definitely going to need that. I think, you know what? I think it might be over there in the main farm area. And let's see if I can make this turn for once. This is like, we just barely got it all in there. It's very hard to make that turn. It's like a really, really steep corner. All right, let's go hook up to our tipper trailer and we'll go pick up some soybeans, see what we got in that department. And there's the old trailer right there. Okay, let's pull up right here. I guess I'll just put this guy right next to it. Why not? And just connect. Beautiful. And we should be able to do some little fancy footwork here. Get right in on this guy and easy swap. Beautiful. Now we do have, wait, or do we? No, we only have one silo actually. So, okay, so all our soybeans, I believe, are in the silo that is between our two cotton fields right now. So that's where we got to head. And I think we have about 50,000 liters in there, if my memory serves me. Uh-oh, what do we got going on over here? Did I leave my auger wagon there? No. Oh, phew. For a second there, I thought I left the thing right on the dump zone. That would have been no good. All right, let's see what we got in here. Was I on the money or not? Yes. Okay, even more than I thought. Almost 60,000 liters of soybeans here. So we should be able to fit all that in here. Ooh, it may be a little bit tight, actually. I don't quite remember the capacity for this truck, but I guess we'll find out here in a second. Oh boy, it's gonna be close. We may be right on the money. 59,400 liters. What does that leave us? And saving, beautiful, love the saving. What does that leave us now? Let's see. Soybeans, 227 liters. Okay, I am not making a second trip for 227 liters. We'll just have to leave that on there, and that we'll be good with that. Do I have a cover on this? No, I do not. That's very unfortunate. All right, so let's see where we got to go to sell our soybeans. And where are you, soybeans? Right there. It's looking like, oh, look at this. The farmer's market. The place we know and love. Okay, let's go ahead and make a little trip over to the farmer's market real quick. All right, we're getting close. I think I got to turn at this street. Yep, I do. What I wanted to say though is even with our new semi, super souped up engine, everything, we still chug, man. This is a lot of soybeans to be hauling around in one trip. It took me a while to get up to speed. I couldn't even get up to top speed going on a straight and narrow. It's quite a big load here, so I'm expecting some good money. I'm hoping over 100,000, but I mean, I could see if it's like 90, but I think we'll probably get around 100. And let's just get on the spot here and start dumping. Okay, let's see what we managed to pull in from our soybean harvest. And the tally is 122. Oh, plus a $10,500 environmental score. Very, very nice. That puts us right back in the money, man. 133,000 bucks in the bank. Very, very nice. I'm liking that. We need more stuff to sell. So let's see. When do we have more things? So it looks like our next sell date is going to be October. We're going to have goat cheese to sell in October. And then right after that in February, we can go ahead and sell lettuce, which that is going to be tremendous. We're going to have so much lettuce to sell. After that in March, we're going to be able to sell our honey. And then in May, we'll be able to sell clothes. And then we're right back in the cycle where we can do soybeans again in July. So that's kind of the calendar for us. That's our pay schedule. And really everything in between is just going to be sowing, harvesting, maybe some upgrades here and there. We'll see. But we are definitely getting to the point in the Mega Farm series where I feel like we have almost accomplished all of our goals. There's a couple things here and there that I still have up my sleeve, some tricks that just, are around here and there. But for the most part, I'm very pleased. I feel like the challenge is very, very close to completion. So guys, that is going to be the end of today's episode. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, you know what to do. Drop a like on the episode. And if you're not subscribed, of course, hit that subscribe button. Notifications turned on as well. Why not? It's absolutely free. But I hope all of you out there have a beautiful day, and I will see each and every one of you on the next one.